Hey guys, it's Derpy here, and today I will be doing a top 5 best zombie maps in World at War, Zombies, Black Ops, and Black Ops 2. Now, remember guys, this is my opinion, and instead of disliking the video and calling me a gay faggot and stuff, just put what you would have preferred instead. So, let's go on to number 5. I picked Moon. Moon was the last, map DLC for Black Ops, and honestly it was one of the best in my opinion. It featured a lot of cool things like gravity, and like, I don't know, what's it called? Oh yeah, it featured one of the best Easter eggs I've ever seen in Call of Duty history, where you get to freaking blow up the earth. And even though it had that annoying moon boss and some other annoying factors like the Juggernaut location, it was still a good map, and that's probably the only reason why it's only number 5. But on to number 4, we have Shinonuma, which is pretty cool. Honestly, I like Shinonuma a lot. It was the map that introduced the Wonder Waffle, and that's like probably my favorite Wonder weapon to date, except for the Durice one because it takes away your Juggernaut. But the only bad thing about the map was that it featured random perk spawning, which you couldn't. Usually I would always get like Jug last, and it was really annoying, and that's why it's only number 4. But the map was great, and one of the highlights of World at War Zombies. So on to number 3, I picked Mob of the Dead. Last video I talked about that one a lot. I love Mob of the Dead. Out of all the zombie maps, that one was what I was most hyped for. It featured you at Alcatraz, and it featured the new perk Electric Cherry, which was awesome. It wasn't amazing, but it was still pretty good. But the map itself was very complex and gave you lots to do, and one of the best ways to get the Pack-a-Punch. The only problem I had was that you had to do everything. It wasn't, oh, you can, it's an option. No, you had to. If you wanted to get anywhere in that map, you had to do every little thing. And that's why it kind of was annoying to play on solo, but it was still great to play with friends, and that's why I picked it as number 3. Now number 2 is another World at War like highlight, which was Durice, and this was the map that changed them all. This is what introduced the Pack-a-Punch, and oh my god, the map itself is just amazing. It's fun to play with. Features the best camping spot in Zombies history, the catwalk. It's just everything about it is just super fun, and I love it. So now we're down to my 2 honorable mentions, which the first one is Call of the Dead. I love the map. It's gorgeous. It's perfect. The only problems with it is why it didn't make the list. It's because it had George Romero. I hated him so much. He just follows you around the map and is impossible to kill. You didn't really get a great reward, but it was still okay. But the only problem is he keeps respawning, and it featured a crappy wonder weapon, and it's just the map didn't feature that good of things, as you might say. But on to our next honorable mention was Kino der Toten, and Kino, I don't know, Kino, I might have said that wrong, but Kino, this was great. Definitely awarding for getting Black Ops. After having the crappy 5 and Dead Ops Arcade, this is probably the highlight. It was very fun, had a really good training spot. The only reason it didn't make the list was because it just kind of is a little dry and boring. I mean, it's not really anything special, but it was still fun. So now on to our number 1 spot. And this may be obvious to some, but also a shock to some. I present to you Origins. This was the last map we've seen so far, and so far the best. It was just amazing, okay? The only thing I have to say bad about it was the boss, but he wasn't nothing too hard, but it featured some of the best wonder weapons ever. The 4 elemental staffs, those were, I just loved those. My personal favorite was probably the electric thunder staff. No, not the thunder, the lightning staff. And it just was a great map. I mean, there's nothing I can really say about it. There's so much for you to do. I personally just thought that everyone should just love this map. It's great. Yeah, that's about it. And one last thing I can say is that it did allow you, the Easter egg was, the ending was debatable, but it's still a fun map. So, well, that guys was my top 5 zombie maps. Stay tuned for maybe later tonight or tomorrow for another top 5. See y'all later.